playing me? Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Jasmine and I do content on all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. I mean, I guess it's kind of lifestyle because I'm about to tell y'all something that happened in my life. But this is going to be my very first story time. Actually, I did a story time on like my car and everything, like what happened with my first car and everything. But this story time is kind of different. This is going to be the story time on my first heartbreak. Really, it wasn't a heartbreak because I've experienced heartbreak like for real, and then I realized that this was like, oh, I don't know, I didn't call this heartbreak when it happened, and I didn't really cry either. Let's just get into the story and y'all gonna see why. I just want to put out first a disclaimer because I do not have no hard feelings towards this person. Only a few people probably know who I'm even talking about. I'm not talking about anybody recent at all. This was way back, like way back. I mean, we're talking like 2015, 2016 back. So yeah, some years. I also no longer speak to this person, have no contact with them at all whatsoever, haven't talked to them in like 5 years. So let's just put that out there as well. Okay, so I was in high school. I believe it was either freshman or sophomore year. I don't remember which year, freshman or sophomore year of high school. I was never like looking for like a boyfriend or anything like that. Like I've always just been doing me, and I'm the type of girl, I carry myself very well. My standards are very high, and you're able to see that through everything in me. So I just never felt like a dude was able to meet those standards. I just never felt like a dude was able to, you know, get me. So here we go. You know, back then, you know, everybody was just talking to everybody and stuff like that. We were in high school. And so there's this guy, let's say his name is Josh. So Josh actually like messaged me on Snapchat, and he went to a different high school within my city, and I'm like, okay, Josh is cool. I didn't think nothing of it because, you know, it was just another guy. He was just cool at first. I didn't really think anything of it. We didn't hang out or anything at first. It was just like talking. It was just cool or whatever. First I wasn't reciprocating, and then I was kind of like, okay, he's really kind of cool. And so I started to like him, and so we get into really talking and stuff like that, and we end up boyfriend and girlfriend. So somehow he got Jasmine to be his girlfriend, somehow, some way. Like, y'all, if y'all knew me personally, you'd be like, Jasmine, what the hell? Like, seriously, what the hell? Because I don't know. So we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and we talked on the phone all the time. We were just talking all the time. And so the only times that we would be able to see each other, because like I said, he went to a different high school in my city. He actually had basketball practice at my school. So he didn't play on his school's basketball team. He played in a league, not AAU. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing about none of that, but it was kind of for the people who couldn't make the AAU teams or the regular, you know, school basketball teams. So that was that. He played through that. Again, I'm sitting here like me thinking about it now, it's like, Jasmine, come on now. Like, you're a whole cheerleader. You was cheering varsity. Why? Okay, anyway, he would have basketball practice at my school, and I would have cheer practice. So I would practice cheer, and then I would wait for him to get there for his basketball practice because it was after that. So we would hang out and stuff like that, or sometimes I would sit and watch his practice and everything. And so it was definitely cool at first. And then he would come to some of like the girls basketball games in my school, because he couldn't, I mean, we couldn't like hang out or nothing at the boys basketball games because I was cheering. But the girls basketball games, he would come and we would just, you know, chill or whatever. The girls basketball games, I don't know, I think then was kind of when I started to notice that I didn't really feel the way that he felt. He was very clingy, very he wanted to like cuddle during the games, and I was like, I don't, we're like in public, can we just like sit next to each other? Maybe we can hold hands. But he wanted to like full on cuddle, like he wanted to sit here, and like I didn't want to do that. That's like overdoing it, like you're ODing it for real. So that kind of threw me off, but I was like, okay, this is my boyfriend, he just likes me, we don't get to see each other that often, like let's, you know, let's just let it be what it is. And then he's able to come over my house. So this was the first boy who was ever able to come over my house. He started coming over and stuff, so we got to hang out more, and all he wanted to do was like hold me and kiss, and it was so annoying. I'm sorry, I am not the type of person who doesn't like affection. I love it, I love, you know, but I'm not about to sit here and make out with you for an hour. I'm not about to do it. Can we watch a movie? Can we play a game, please? Can we do something else, please? So that's what I was feeling, and so I almost didn't want him to come over, but he always wanted to come over every weekend, and I was like, I will make something up or something like that. But I was like, I felt bad because it's my boyfriend and he just wants to see me. Yeah, so I guess you can kind of say this was karma. But when he started to come over, I noticed like in his phone that there was other girls like texting him. And then y'all know, like, this was back when like Snapchat streaks was like going crazy and stuff, and he had like streaks with like all girls. And so I'm like, that's weird. And then not only that, y'all know when they used to do the Woman Crush Wednesday, Man Crush Monday, and like just showing, you know, your mate off and stuff like that. He used to post it on mine only. He would get my phone and he would post, oh, this is my WCW, on my Snapchat. I'm like, why didn't you post that on yours? Why would you post that I'm your WCW on my Snapchat where the people already know who I am? They're like, what are you talking about? Or he would post himself on there talking about some, oh, look at my baby or something like that. And I would just be like, oh, this cringe. Like, I'm thinking back on it now, it's even like worse. Like, oh, I want to throw up off of that. But yeah, he would just post like all of the stuff, like showing me off and all of that on my stuff. And I'm like, why do I need to be shown off on my own social media? Like, that's weird. And so I'm like, okay. So I said something to him about that, and I also said something to him about him having streaks with all girls and texting girls and stuff. And that's when he tried to give me some excuse. I don't even remember what the lame ass excuse was, but it was some excuse where he was like, oh, well, it's okay, I'll post you or something on mine, and oh, the girls just, I don't know, that's just how I have friends or something. I don't get along with dudes and stuff like that, because he used to fight. But I'm like, that's weird. No, then you would just not have any friends. But why would you just have a whole bunch of girlfriends? That don't even make sense. But this is my brain thinking now. Back then I was like, okay, I get it, you're right. Like, you know, you get into fights, you know, stuff happens, and you know, it is what it is. Sorry y'all for the background noise, she's here playing with her toys, but at least she's doing that and not yelling in my face. But yeah, so I went for it. He posted me a couple times and I was like, okay, maybe he's trying, like maybe I don't know, I don't remember what I was thinking, but I was like, okay, I'll take it, that's fine. So all the way fast forward to prom. So this is now junior year. Prom comes and I am looking so good. Let me put a picture up here if I can find it. Girl, I was looking good. That was my best year at prom. I mean, makeup was mwah, hair was mwah, like dress, girl, body was banging. Like, I was looking good. I was looking so good, and I was so glad. I looked so good, y'all. Like, I hope I can find some pictures I can put in here, but I looked so good. It was the bomb. He looks cool. Oh my god, it sounds like I'm talking stuff. I'm not talking stuff about Josh, I promise. He looked cool. It was fine. It was fine. I looked really, really good though. Like, so it was like I'm walking in, but it was just like it could have been better. I'll say that it could have been better. Yeah, and then not only that, but we went to the prom and then he didn't want to be on the dance floor. He didn't want to be where my friends were at. And I was like, dang, maybe I made a mistake and even coming to prom with a date. I should have just came with my friends. But he was my boyfriend, so I felt like I had to. But I was like, dang, I want to be down there with my friends. Like, they're like lit. And I'm just like up here. He wants to be on the top balcony where it was just a couple people, couples and stuff, and just sit there and kiss. And I was just like, oh my god, this is not fun at all. Like, it was terrible. Like, he just wanted to stand up there and kiss, and then people would say like, oh, I saw y'all, and I'm just so embarrassed because I'm like, oh my god, please just. So he didn't even know how to dance either, so we didn't slow dance, we didn't do nothing, and we were there for the entire time of prom, up there just kissing. I went down with my friends sometimes and it was like, you know, hyping me up and stuff like that, but he just always like wanted to just go off, like duck off or whatever, and be on my phone trying to post like stuff of him on my social media, and I was just like, that's so weird. Engaged with my friends, like I understand we're here together, but we're not about to sit here and be antisocial. Like I'm like a known person at my school, so I'm like I'm not about to just sit up here and like, because you want to, no, I socialize. So yeah, I'm like, I'm a cheerleader, I'm all this, like we've got to be down here with the people. It's fun. Junior year I look good. I'm like, okay, like we need to be down here. He didn't want to. So we're up there at the top on the balcony or whatever, and he pulls his phone out, because he doesn't pull his phone out pretty much all night. And you know, sometimes that could be a good thing, but other times it's like, what are you doing? What are you trying to hide? So he finally pulls his phone out, and I see in his phone he got like a whole bunch of messages with a whole bunch of different people, a whole bunch of different girls talking about some bae. They all saying bae, 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 baby, bae. And I'm sitting like, this nigga playing me? And I look like how I look? And he looked like how he looked. I was like, no freaking way. No way. This is actually real right now. Like, no freaking way. And so I'm like, I look good. And so at that point, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm about to go with my friends. One of my friends. And we was having fun. He got upset because I did that, but I don't really care. But it was only for a little bit, because this was towards the end of prom. By that point, when I saw that, I guess you could call that the heartbreak. Not heartbreak, because I didn't cry. Like, I actually did not cry. I was like, I'm over him. Like, I look too good. I am too good. Like, why would I be sitting here like, I was already like, he was already getting to a point, but he just got completely wiped away at this point. So I was like, yeah, I'm cool off of him. And so when I told him stuff, when I said something to him, he started crying, girl. He started crying, talking about some, oh well, I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was crying. So I'm like, oh hell no, no, you're not sitting here crying, and you was cheating on me, baby. I mean, I understand why you would cry now, because it's like, you cheating on me, and now you ain't got me. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. So he's crying and stuff, and we get into a bunch of arguments at this point. At this point, after this, it's just argument after argument after argument. He wants to keep talking to me, and I don't understand why he wants to keep talking to me. And so I'm telling my mama what I don't like, and she's like, yeah, but she's like, yeah, but he's nice. And I'm sitting like, no, I'm not about to do it, mom. I'm sorry, not about to do it. I don't like him anymore. I don't like him. I don't like him. Just period, point blank. I don't like him. And there's a lot of people who I get to that point with where they just turn me off and I don't like them anymore, and he was one of them. And so he wanted to keep talking to me, and I'm like, I don't want to keep talking to you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want none of that. But he wanted to keep talking. He wanted to keep being friends and stuff like that. So then we'd be on the phone arguing or something, and he would start crying. Anything that I say to him, he would start crying. I would tell him he's childish, he's weird, he's this, that, and the other, and he would cry. And I'm like, I am not about to deal with this. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you crying? Like, I am your mama telling you something, and you are 5 years old. It was like 2016, 2017. So he was 16, 17 years old. Every time I said something to him, he cried. And then not only that, his daddy would tell him to wash the dishes, and he cried. Oh my God. And he would come to me and be like, they just want me to wash the dishes and cry. And I'm like, I can't deal with this. I'm not that type of person. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to stand up. You're gonna have to be your own person. You're a man. And I'm not even the type of person to be like, men can't cry. But how you not finna be sitting here crying? You cry more than my 1-year-old cries. I'm not about to do it. No. So I really did not like him at that point. So I really like told him, like, I don't want to be with you. Nothing is going to come of this. You're not going to make me get back with you. We're not going to do any of that. And I broke up with him. Like, in real life, I broke up with him. At that point, he was just kind of annoying me. Like, he was irritating me really bad, because all he did was cry and try to beg for me back. And I blocked him on everything. He made burner accounts and tried to contact me. He contacted my sister to try to get back with me and all of this. I mean, he did it all. He did it 4 years. 4 years, girl. Like, I was in my other relationship. He's texting my sister talking about some, do you think there's any chance that Jasmine will be with me? I'm like, no way. You see me posting this other guy and you talking about some, is there a chance? You think you finna still? Boy, bye. And so yeah, like, I just basically was done. It wasn't really a heartbreak. I probably more broke his heart, but I didn't do anything to him. Anytime I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm very loyal, because I feel like if I want to cheat on him, I need to break up with him. I don't want it done to me, so why would I do it to somebody else? But that's how I feel. But yeah, so we were over and done. Like I said, I don't have any hard feelings towards Josh. I would prefer if Josh just doesn't try to reach out to me like he's still trying to do, even though I have a 1-year-old child with someone else. Please, like, it wasn't a heartbreak. Like, it didn't break my heart. I wasn't sad over it. I just was over it. Like, I didn't even know the people who he was talking to, but I didn't care, girl, because it was other people anyway, so I didn't care. But yeah, so yeah, I just want to bring out that little story. It wasn't really too much, it wasn't too juicy, but I could bring out some juicier stories if you want that. But I am gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. I need to go to the gym and stop talking stuff. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this, let me know, girl. Let me know, because I got some stories that I can give you. I got some stories that I can give you that are much juicier than that. That is the end of this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I'll see you next video.